Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Mondays with Meg. Finally, we are at the finale of this 3 week, kind of like almost 5 week, ranking all the Disney villains because we started it kind of when Steve and I were doing makeup. That one time, what makeup were we doing? I don't even remember at this point. But we were doing makeup for Dr. Facilier. That's the villain that we were doing. And I was like, oh, it'd be such a good idea to do ranking of all the Disney villains while we're doing a Disney villains makeup stream. So that didn't end up happening. So this is our finale. Finally, you guys convinced me to continue on until this third week because we hadn't finished. So yes, I am so excited to almost be done with this. And yeah, I'm very happy you guys spend your Monday evenings with me. Thank you. Thank you. Ryan even said, are we sure this is the finale? It's got to be the finale because I am, as much as I love the Disney villains, I don't like doing the same things every week. So it's important to me that we finish it tonight. So I'm going to quickly say hi to everyone in the chat, and then we will start because why not? So Samantha, hello, Mike Wheeler. Thank you so much for being here. Captain Akron, yes, another Magic Mondays with Meg. Thank you so much for being here. James Ryan, hello. Addiction Mouse. Avery, welcome. I loved seeing everyone's pictures of their animals as well. It was so much fun. I love seeing Steve's new puppy. Just so cute. And having your dogs named after Channing Tatum is pretty funny too. Joy, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Noah, Channing Tatum sent me. I love it. Nick Gates, hello. Rob Fuzz, welcome. Brianna P, thank you so much for being here. Super Disney fam, Teresa Martin, Emily Rose, hello. Thank you for being here. Leanne, thank you for being here. Angela, Pete McDevitt, you're getting away from Dale, of course. It skipped, so let me go back up. See where you guys were. Karen Cook, hello. Yes, Ryan said, are we sure this is the finale? Who knows? Kathy, welcome. Athena Amazing says, Meg, I think you'd appreciate this makeup fail. I accidentally self-tanned the palms of my hands. I don't know how that happens. Oh my gosh. Stacy Rogers, hello. Jersey Mike. Triple P endorsed by Meg for Zippity Doo Dad. Yes, or Triple R, because now you're changing your name to Ryan. Mary, hello, welcome. So I think I am getting close. Faith Hope and Disney, hello. Bill Steffen, hello. Cody Hankins, thank you guys for being here. Part 52 villains. No, it's definitely not going to be part 52. Car Key, hello, we found you. Thank you so much for being here. Corey's mom, hello. We just love Corey. I actually said that Corey would be a better singer than Yeehaw Bob last night, so I thought that was a pretty good answer. Lauren McDowell, hello, Lauren. I like how Ryan said we were saying the same things about the puppy. I love puppies so much. You can run, but you can't hide, Pete says. Jonathan Chong. Is Dale here? Hi, Dale. So thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, we are going to be finishing our Disney villains ranking bracket kind of thing tonight. So here we go. We are going to start. I actually am not familiar with the first two. So if anyone, I could also zoom in again. I know that the zooming in helps with, let me zoom in. View, zoom in. So if you guys see these villains here, I have no idea who these guys are. So if you know who this one, it looks like a Jack-in-the-Box kind of, and then this flaming phoenix red, I don't even know. Lana Stone, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I don't even know who those are. So if you guys know, let me know. If not, they're going to go in F because I have no idea who they are. Karen says, I always tan the bottom of my hands in the spray tan booth. I have only used tanning lotion, like self-tanner, once. I'm like a very, very pale person. And it didn't turn out the best. So who knows? Jack in the Box from Fantasia 2000. Thank you so much, Rob. I was like, I have no idea who that is. Good job on P and P, Meg. What's P and P? Am I missing something? I don't even know what this picture is. I'm gonna try and zoom in one more time. Zoom in. So it's this one. I don't even know what that is. So thank you, Avery. Thank you, Rob. So the Jack in the Box is from Fantasia 2000, and I didn't remember him, so I think he's gonna go in F for me. And Firebird, Avery, where's Firebird from? Is that also from Fantasia 2000? I really don't remember. Oh, Preston and Pete, thank you so much. Yes, so guys, please check out Pete's stream from last night. It's pretty awesome. I gave up trying to tan in my 20s. Yeah, well, I definitely don't tan very well. Also, in the stream, Pete had an exclusive coupon code to my Etsy shop. So if you guys are interested in checking that out too, both of those are from Fantasia 2000. You rock, Avery. Thank you so much. So we're gonna zoom out again. Zoom out. We'll zoom out one more time. So that you guys could see. I think were we here? So where do you think that my son said Firebird from Fantasia 2000? Okay, cool. So Stacy also said that. So where do you think that the Jack in the Box should go? Well, I guess we could do both of them together or separately, whatever you guys want to do. But because they're from the same movie and I'm not really familiar with them, I would probably put them in F. Teresa said just put them in F. Yeah, so I wasn't familiar with them. And I would probably just go with F as well. Avery said F too. I know Firebird isn't winning this one. Yeah, I'm sorry if anyone likes Fantasia 2000. You know, the Fantasia movies, Fantasia 2000, they're really, really wonderful films in terms of the music, but I don't remember particularly enjoying the Fantasia 2000 actual. I mean, I was a kid when I watched it. Just make Fs. Hey, Amy, welcome from AGC Magic TV. Aisha or Aisha, I don't know if I said that wrong, but let me know. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's see. Super Disney Fam says F for both. I think along with Fantasia 2000, F, a very big F, says Stacy. Okay, so we'll just move on. We'll put them in F. And let me go back to my notebook because I haven't seen whatever this next movie is either. Okay. Guys, who is this dinosaur? The other one is Kron, but I don't know. Guys, I'm not good at this. I never realized how many villains there were and how many movies I hadn't seen after doing this. So I feel like I need to join Disney Dan and Mouse Talk for their review of Disney Plus movies. His name is just Dinosaur. Because I don't know. This one, is his name just Dinosaur? I hadn't seen this movie, so, but then, you know, the next few, I know. We'll see. Both are from Dinosaur. Cool. Pigalatruski, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. So, guys, should we do the dinosaurs together too? Because, I don't know. So I don't have the discount code, but check out Meg's Etsy shop. You got to watch Pete's stream to get the Etsy code. Thanks, Stacy. FF Velociraptors. No, that's the movie. Do you know who this character's name is? Because I found out this one was Kron. And then I swear it gets better. There were just some that even you guys who like Avery, who's such a Disney trivia expert. Oh, Carnotaurus. Wait, Carnotaurus and Kron. Okay, everyone's saying F. So, I like how Tina's still trying to spell velociraptors. Oh, Eisner named Dinosaur to promote this bomb of a movie. D for Dinosaur. Probably F for both again. I don't know either. Yeah, I don't know either of them. So I've actually not seen that movie. I'm glad you guys are kind of on board with me. F rounded down. I love it. So I also wanted to explain the rules again. If anyone wasn't here the last several weeks, we have S as the super villain, A++ villains. So obviously you see some of the classic ones, the Evil Queen, Chernabog, the Headless Horseman, Captain Hook, Maleficent, Cruella de Vil, and so on. And then we continue down A, B, C, D, E, and F. And we've been considering F as forgetful or forgotten. Yes, Rob, your son should be in a trivia contest as well. And welcome, Nathan. Thank you so much for being here. So the next one, I might zoom out one more time so that we can still see the whole board. The next one, we have Yzma. So Yzma, I would rank a lot higher. Brianna's saying velociraptors. I think that's how you spell it. You know, all the dinosaur names are really hard to spell. So no worries at all. And spelling is really hard when you're on the computer and you no longer have autocorrect. So where would you guys put Yzma? S, A, B, C, D, E, or F? And for reference, once again, here are all the villains. Karen says A. Yeah, I would probably rank Yzma up there. I think Yzma is one of the funny villains. I mean, I guess I connect Yzma with Kronk, and not that he's really a villain either. I know we had the discussion as well of are some of these villains actually villains? So Pigletruski says B. James Ryan says B. Rob Fuzz says D. Interesting. Noah says B. Nick Gates says A. And if you guys want to participate and put your answers in the chat, I only see a few people putting their answers in, but feel free to put your answers in, and I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions, because this is about you guys too. I want to see how we're ranking it sort of as a community. Rob says I cave B. Stacy says B. Ryan McDowell says C. Oh, Selena, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I got instigator as the corrected spelling. I love it. So I think we're going to go with B. Super Disney Fam says A. I think she's a funny villain. I've never seen the movie. Oh my gosh, Stacy. Theen Amazing says C. Teresa says B. I think I'm going to go with B. Pull the lever, Kronk. Tina says S or A. Wow. But a lot of people were saying B. I think I'm going to go in between, kind of. So she'll be, you know, among some good company there. So let's see. We have Lyle Tiberius Rourke from Atlantis, The Lost Empire, who is next. This is also not a movie that I think I've maybe seen this movie once or twice when I was a kid. I definitely should rewatch it because I remember really liking it as a kid. I just don't really remember him as the villain very much. So thank you, Stacy, so much for posting that. That is the link of all the Disney villains that I got this list from. So even though I maybe would not have considered some of these villains, it is on the Disney villains Wikipedia page. So Ray doesn't like it, so it's not high on our list. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I know it's kind of a hit or miss for some people. Ryan McDowell says F, he's trash. I love it. So Karen says C, Noah says C, James Ryan says D. Never seen it, so I have no clue. That's what's really hard about some of these villains. I think a lot of us are going to put some of the really well-known villains, you know, like we have displayed up here. I'm actually kind of surprised looking back that the Queen of Hearts is in A and not S. But yeah, it's hard to rank some of the ones that you've never seen because you don't know what kind of villain they are. I've seen Atlantis once as well, says Stacy. So I think I'm going to go with, I see several D's now. So yeah, Rob Fuss says D, Pigletruce says D. I'll put him in D. So he'll go there. And then I know this next one, Avery has been waiting for, is Captain Gantu. So we have him next. And I think he's definitely, you know, an interesting character. I don't think I would really consider him a villain as well. I mean, he kind of is, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about that as well. Hey, Movie Mania Nick, welcome. We are on Captain Gantu right now. And Yeah, he's from Lilo and Stitch, if you guys didn't know that. Jonathan Chong says D. Ryan says, "Hey girl, I love when you when Ray gives his input. Love it." Thene Amazing says B. Noah says B. I think Avery's gonna say like A or B. I kind of like guessing where you guys are coming from too, because it lets me know what kind of movies you like and what are some of your favorite Disney movies. So James says B. Nick Gates says B. Piglet True loves Disney says B. Super Disney Fam says A. So we've got more B's. Karen says D. Teresa says B. I think. Oh, B. I don't think he's very villainous. I don't think so either. And that's what I was saying before. I don't think he's, in comparison to some of the other villains, that he's a bad villain. But I'm more basing off this of his character and if I like his character or not. So I don't think we're basing it off of how evil they are or how villainous they are. But I kind of like character plot or, character arcs. So I think he's, okay. I don't think he's in the movie for that long either. So Selena says C, Lana says C. Super Disney fans, we love Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Ohana means family. Faith, Hope, and Disney says C. So I think I might go with maybe a B, because I think I would maybe rank him up there. I think that'd be kind of cool. So we'll go up next to Yzma. And then next we have Scroop from Treasure Planet. And so I know that someone's going to like the next two, this Scroop and Long John Silver. And I don't think he's a villain. He's just following orders. That's a good point, Karen. I agree. I didn't think that he was really villainous either, but I don't know. Gantu's an S in the TV series. That's also a very interesting point, Avery. I've never seen the Lilo and Stitch TV show, so maybe I'll have to watch, a few episodes of that. Ryan McDowell says B for Scroop. I have seen Treasure Planet once. I remember it being really good. He is this little red crabby guy down here. But I fell asleep during Treasure Planet, and I definitely have to watch it again, because I watched it like 2 times and fell asleep both times. So I definitely have to rewatch it. Some of the villains belong on public access television. Who knows these villains? Well, I think that if you're a fan of Treasure Planet, you probably know the next 2 villains. But some of them are so, I've never heard of them before, and so obviously they have to be forgettable. So let me go back. So Ryan had said B. James says D. Karen Cook says D. No idea who that is, so D. Okay, cool. Noah says D. So I think maybe we'll just put him in D. I don't know. I think that might be cool. Selena says D. Piglet True says D. For this one, I'm going to say C. Okay, cool, Avery. So it sounds like for the most part, everyone's saying D. Stacy said, yes, I've only seen Treasure Planet once as well. It's a good movie. I'd say C. Okay. Jonathan Chong says C. Okay. Treasure Planet is very good, but doesn't have a strong villain. I don't think it's even about the villain, I think, because I remember Long John Silver wasn't really a bad guy either, and he's more of like the main villain, from what I remember. D is good. Okay, we'll just put him in D. But I remember him being kind of good, but also kind of bad. Like, hey, Jim, welcome from More Sunshine, Please. Thanks so much for being here. But I don't remember him being that much of a villain. So, Jim, since you're just tuning in, we're actually ranking a bunch of the Disney villains. We have different categories. So S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. And S is the ultimate Disney villain. We're going more based on at least for me, I'm going more based on character development and the character's story arc and things like that. Not as much on how villainous they are. But next, we are on Long John Silver. I feel like I have to slow down when I say that, or else I'll get tongue-tied. From Treasure Planet. So let me know what you guys think about Long John Silver from Treasure Planet. Tim Pruitt, hello. Thank you so much for being here. And I don't know how it's happening, but the Islanders are going to face the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I think I'm going to have to root for the Islanders now because of Alain Vigneault. And either way, I would be so happy. Just like with the Bruins, I was going to be happy with either team, and now I'm happy with either team for Tampa Bay or the Islanders. So, Pigletru says C, awesome. Stacy saying season's greetings to Jim. Where did he get that name? Maybe he's tall and his name is John. Nick Gates says I like his hush puppies. I don't remember that. But like I said, I really have to rewatch this movie. So B, he's a cool lad. Cool. James says C. If anyone else wants to vote, let me know. Karen says C. Noah says C. Selena says C. Doesn't look as good for the Islanders. Oh, well, we'll see. They're on right now, right? I don't know what the score is. Jonathan Chong says C. Like the restaurant. Interesting. Cool. So it sounds like more people are saying C. Ryan McDowell saying C. So we'll put him up in C. He'll be up with these guys up here. They're not bad, kind of in the middle. Nick Gates says C. Cool. So next we have Denahi from Brother Bear. Guys, please. I am not good with these villains. Tells long stories. They aren't true. That's how he is. Oh, an S. Okay, so I like that. Is that because he's called Long John Silver? I knew that you were going to want to have him up in S or A. I mean, you didn't say anything about Scroop either, so. But there you go. That's how you know he is Long John Silver. He's the villain in the movie Treasure Planet based on Treasure Island. Marshmallow Man, hello. Stay puffed, my friend. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I know that there are some people that are die-hard Brother Bear fans. Oh, 4-1 Tampa Bay. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, I would be happy with either team, but I would like Alain Vigneault to win something. He was my Rangers coach for a long time. Yes, Silver Tongue, fake stories. Oh, that's what that means. And Scroop is boring. Love it. Okay, so people are saying D or F for this one. Tim, I know that sometimes you need a refresh of what these are. So S is the best one. If you could see the S up there, and F is forgettable. So they're falling somewhere in between those. Mike Wheeler says D. Nick Gates says D. So we'll move him into D. Honestly, like I saw Brother Bear once, and I do not remember the movie. So another movie, like this is also a good reminder for me to know what movies I haven't seen in a really long time, to not remember some of the main characters. Or, oh yeah, Ryan says D, Karen says D. So he's good in D. And then we'll have Alameda Slim from Home on the Range. And I know Dan would be so exciting. He would be so excited. I've never seen Home on the Range. Alyssa, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I've never seen Home on the Range. I have no intention to. Leanne saying, wow, look at you speaking one of them foreign languages. I love it. No worries, Tim. No worries. Yes, Faith, Hope, and Disney. Me too. And I am a huge, huge Disney villains fan. And to see, I mean, there were a ton on this list, but we know a lot of the really big ones, but I don't know any of these smaller, more supporting characters. Like, I've never seen Home on the Range. Like I said, I have no intention to. I've only heard bad things about it. Maybe one day if I'm bored, but I just I have no intention of watching it. So the Duffley crew, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Mars Needs Moms and that one are, in my opinion, the worst Disney movies. I have never seen that one either. So most people are saying F. We'll just slide them right into F. Piglet True says, I love that I could still say Piglet True when it's Piglet Roo. I know it's Piglet Roo now. But there we are. He's an F. And then Doris? Is that how you say it? I've never seen Meet the Robinsons either, but I have heard really good things about this movie, so I do need to see it. And I know the bowler hat guy is from Meet the Robinsons as well, but we'll do them separately. And I know a lot of you guys have good things to say about Meet the Robinsons. We bought Home on the Range on Blu-ray from Dollar Tree. We really only bought it for the point for the movie club. I love it. And those are some good points to get. And I think they're adding new rewards on the 15th or 16th of September. So I think be on the lookout for that. I saw that they're going to start to add some Mulan merchandise, or at least I saw a Funko Pop and a few other things. Don't watch Mars Needs Moms. The animation is atrocious and creepy. I trust you, Avery. I won't watch it. Super Disney Fam says C. Okay, the villains can meet the F. James. Yeah, because I haven't seen this movie. I don't know. I just don't. Actually, I don't even, who is this guy? Who's this little guy here? Is that another bowler hat guy? And like everyone was saying, it's so surprising to see all these villains that maybe I don't know. I mean, I know some of the rest of them, but like, I mean, I don't have no idea who some of these are. C says Karen. Jonathan Chong says C. Noah says C. Okay. Well, that can work. I mean, Selena says C. Okay. So you guys have all seen the movie, I'm sure. If you haven't, no worries. I think I need to pick up on my Disney Plus game. I've been reading more, so I haven't had time as much to Disney Plus it, but I will put him there. And yeah, this next one is the bowler hat guy. So, oh, James, that's so awesome. I'm so jealous of everyone who's going to Disney. I miss Disney so much. I wish I could go. Several of you guys in the chat just got back from trips, so that's so special. So we are on to the bowler hat guy next. So if you guys want to put in your answers for this one, Avery said, I had a Chicken Little birthday party when the movie was released. Avery, I think Chicken Little, actually, I'm going to look this up really quickly. Chicken Little. I'm pretty sure it was released like right around my birthday. October 30th. Okay, because I had a birthday party about Chicken Little as well. I went to go see, I took like 2 or 3 of my friends. I don't even remember the movie, but we went to go see Chicken Little in the movie theater. I remember that. And my birthday is later in that week. So that was pretty cool that we have that in common. So Brianna's saying D. Piglet Truski says B. Brianna P says C. Selena says B. Avery says B. Noah says B. Nick Gates says B. Aisha, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Let me know. They say C. James Ryan says C. Captain Akron says B. Super Disney Fam says B. Tim says I love trains too. Karen Cook says C. Jonathan Chung says C. Oh, is Sam back in here? Hello, Sam. Welcome back. Has anyone done the behind the steam tour at Walt Disney World? Tim, I would love to do another stream about the tours at Walt Disney World. That is something that I absolutely enjoyed doing. I've done 2 tours while we've been there, but I don't even know if they're doing them anymore right now, but I loved them so much. It was 2006 since my birthday's in June, but yes, that's the same theme of okay, cool. So it must have been I definitely went in the theater. It was definitely for my birthday party for that. I don't know why. I've always really loved movies. So I'm gonna put him in B because it sounds like most people want him in B or C. So I think B for bowler hat guy. We'll do that. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in once again because I'm not sure if this is another character for from Meet the Robinsons, but it's this dark bowler hat guy. I can only assume it's like a row-body bowler hat. That's my guess. It's probably from, I'll say B. Wait, what are we talking about? Well, so we are in the middle of ranking all the Disney villains. It's been going on for the last 3 weeks. So we are just coming to the end of it, actually. So we will be finished tonight. It will happen. But we are just working on this next villain who I have no idea. I'm assuming it's from Meet the Robinsons. Oh, it's 5-1. Oh, gosh. That's his hat. So does that count as another villain? I mean, should he just go into B as well? Or what do you think? Tampa Bay. Okay, yeah, that's okay. I don't know. Piglet Roo says C. Karen says C. Bowler hat guy, D for me. Well, it's the bowler hat guy's hat. I didn't know that his hat was a separate villain. That doesn't make any sense to me. Also, while Walt is here, Walt has been doing some incredible live streams at the parks. I love watching them. Most of the time I ninja watch because I'm busy doing some other stuff. But I absolutely am enjoying them so much. But on Sunday, and Walt, you could correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's going to be on Dan's channel at 6 o'clock. They are talking about The Lion King. They are doing movie reviews from Disney Plus every Sunday, either on Disney Dan's channel or on Walt's channel. And I'm going to be on with them chatting about The Lion King because I love that movie so much. And yeah, I love it. That is the creation that the bowler's hat made. So it's like I feel like I really need to see this movie because it sounds so interesting. So honestly, a few of you guys were saying B. I think I'll just put him back up with B with his friend, the bowler hat guy. So the bowler hat guy and his hat are going to be next to each other. So next we have the agent from Bolt. And I've actually seen this movie. You know, he is not one of the very good villains, I would say, in my opinion. Hey, Kay, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So I would maybe put him in like E or D. Personally, I don't think he was a very, I mean, that movie in general was only okay to me. I probably have to watch it again. The next one is from Bolt, F. I love it. Okay. Brianna says D. Noah says F. Oh, the hat is a robot named Dolores. That's where... Oh, okay. Dolores, the hat. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to be a surprise. Oh, I'm so sorry. You guys don't know that. Don't share that with anyone. Okay, so Karen says D. Selena says E. I'm so sorry, Walt. I didn't know it was a surprise. Mike says E. Brianna says E. So Dolores went up in B. Maybe we should have done D for Dolores. So I think I'm going to go with E because that's what I was also thinking before. So he'll just go in E. So on to the next one, which is Dr. Facilier. And Dr. Facilier to me is an S. He is amazing. He is, I know, Steve's favorite villain. I didn't hear anything. Oh, yeah. I don't even... What? Thanks, Faith Open Disney. We'll see. So, Kay, oh my gosh, you're saying E? The cat is out of the bag now. I'm telling Dan on you. Is that because it's a lion stream? Don't tell Dan. Tell him it was an accident. Tell him that Pete did it. Tell him that Pete McDevitt did it. Being Amazing says S. Joy says S. Karen says S. Avery says S! Exclamation point. Captain Akron says S+. I know, right? Tim Pruitt says S. Kay says S. Okay, that must have been for the last one. S for the Shadow Man. I love it, Mike. Teresa says S. Alana Stone says S. Um, Selena says S. Noah says S. Jonathan Chung says S. Nick Gates says S. Super Disney fan S. Brianna says S for sure. Close to an A, though. Interesting, because James also said A, but most people were saying S. So I'm going to drag him. I'm going to have to put him in A and then move him up to S. He, like, climbed the ladder. Are you ready? Are you ready? I love it. Transformation Central. That movie is so good. If you guys haven't seen Princess and the Frog, the music is incredible, and Dr. Facilier is like one of the only villains that has purple, and he's just so cool. And I just love the Shadow Man. I've been lucky enough to get to meet him in Disney, so just getting that experience as well. I've never seen The Princess and the Frog, so Dr. Facilier, it goes in E or D for me. Oh my gosh, Walt, what are you doing? Okay, cool, okay. I got you for an S. Stacy says S as well. You're changing, all right. I hope you're satisfied. It was so good. Okay, so the Stabbington brothers from Tangled, and while I absolutely love Tangled, I had no idea what their names were. And so to hear that their names were the Stabbington brothers, I got a good chuckle out of that one. I would probably put them in like B, maybe, personally. B or C. I think they're pretty good villains. He does have friends on the other side. Dr. Facilier needs a meet and greet at Walt Disney World. Yes, he does. And he has some awesome, like, he just walks around Disneyland. That was one of the coolest things that I've seen. All the characters walking around just in their element. He just walked around in New Orleans Square. Just so cool. I know. We need to see that movie. Yes, well, you do. So Faith Hope and Disney says C. Kay Atwood says C. Joy says C. Noah says B. Brianna says B. B for Brianna. Super Disney Fam says B. The brothers going D for me. Okay. Karen says B. James says D. Nick Gates says B. B for brothers. I love it. Oh, don't be a Tina. Bop that like button. Thanks so much, Tina. You guys are so kind. Sideburns and Patchy are their names. That's so funny. I had no idea. Stabbington Bros D. So I see a lot of B's and I see a lot of D's. So I might move them into C. And that's okay. They'll go in there. C. C. Okay. And then also from Tangled, we have Mother Gothel. So Mother Gothel is a very interesting villain to me. I would maybe put her in A. I don't think she's an S to me, but she is definitely not a very nice person. I'm kind of scared of her. I would not want her as my mom, but I think that she has terrific songs in the movie. And I mean, what makes a really good villain is that she's scary. So Thene Amazing says S. Jonathan Chong, I think that's for, is that for the Stabbington brothers, the B? Avery says S. Karen says A. Selena says A. Noah says S. Joy says A. Faith Hope and Disney B. James Ryan B. Stacy A. Super Disney Fam A. Lana A. Mother Knows Best B for me. Well, maybe Melissa knows best then. Haha. A. She's not necessarily an S for me. Yeah, I'm kind of on that wavelength too. More Sunshine Please would say F for the Shadow Man because he scared the poop out of him. Oh, good night, Ryan. Have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. Kay says A for sure. Angela for A. Rapunzel, look in that mirror. Do you know what I see? I see a strong, confident, beautiful young lady. Oh, look, you're here too. She's definitely an entertaining character. Mike says A. Teresa says A. Karki says A. Nick says B. I think I'm going to, you could have written a paper on Mother Gothel for one of your classes. I really wish I could have done that, but there was no papers that, I don't think there's any psychology papers that I could write about her. So I'm going to move her to A because most people were saying A. I don't think she's S level looking at the other S's, but I definitely think she could be on the same par as Lady Tremaine. I really like Lady Tremaine too. So the next one is King Candy. He is a very interesting character. I I really like the fact that he rules this kingdom made of candy. Jim almost typed in that joke, Mike. That's pretty funny. I don't know. I don't think he's the best villain, though. So maybe like B or C. I don't know. Teen Amazing says A. No, put in lots of candy for King. King Candy. I definitely have to watch Wreck-It Ralph again. I think it's an underrated movie. I think it was really, really well done. But I don't remember. He is one of the other characters from another video game that like transformed into King Candy, or D because he's a weird character. I love it. Avery says A, Joyce says B, Noah says B, Selena says B. Russ says he goes in category M&M. I love it. I wish that there was an M&M category. Mike says C, Karen says C. Not a fan, so F says K. Faith, Hope, and Disney, C. Karki says C. Super Disney Fan says B. Nick says B. I mean, C. Jonathan Chong says B. Lana Stone says B. S or A. She is a really serious villain. Are you talking about Candy? So I think I see a lot of C's and B's. I'm going to go with C, I think. C for Candy. Oh, we're in another row now. King Candy is from Wreck-It Ralph, Tim. So I don't know if you've ever seen Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's a really underrated movie. I definitely really like it. I mean, I'm a big fan of video games too, so and that might be why. I just think it's really well done, and I think the premise of that movie is really sweet, of a villain not wanting to be a villain but wanting to be a good guy, and getting to sort of change our destiny and things like that. So let's go on to the next one. The Duke of Wesselton or Weaseltown, or the Duke of Wesselton from Frozen. I think this guy is hilarious. So I actually have a PGD pin of him that I got in my Pin Trading Monthly a couple years ago. So nope, but that might be it. Okay, Tim, yeah, you should watch it. I think it's good. He is Turbo that impersonates King Candy and glitches out Vanellope. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. I couldn't remember what the real name was. So that's good. Mike, another amazing trivia person. I didn't see Wreck-It Ralph until last year and loved it. Yes, I think it's a really underrated movie. I know a lot of people really liked Ralph Breaks the Internet, but honestly, I have to say that movie gave me a lot of anxiety about the virus, so I haven't seen it since. I love the part with the princesses, but after knowing like what happens with the virus, I don't want to rewatch it. Lana says B, Super Disney Fan says C, Theen Amazing says C, Joyce says B, Avery says B, James Ryan says C, Stacy says A, Noah says B, Angela says B, D, I don't know why, just gives out that vibe for me. Well, Brianna, I can understand. He is the Duke of Wesselton, so he kind of gives off that creepy vibe with his toupee. Kay says C, Selena says C, Teresa says B, Karki says B, Mike says E, Tina says C. I think I'm going to go with a C, or B, because I see a lot of you guys saying B. I would go in between B or C. I saw an A, so we'll move them up here. We're on to another row here. It sounds like there's a lot of people in B and C. We're just kind of putting them into these categories. So next we have Prince Hans of the Southern Isle, and Russ says E with that one too. Interesting. He doesn't deserve anything higher than a C because he didn't really do much. That's a good point, Mike, but I think he brings some comedic relief in the movie with his dancing in the Coronation Day scene, and just kind of being a silly villain. I kind of like him. If he's evil and it, clap your hands. I love that part of that show. So I'm glad to know I'm not the only one who has anxiety issues with some movies. Yeah, I like really, some movies I have to get up and leave. So it's not just you, Tim. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that I try not to watch those movies. But that one I really wanted to finish. And then I was like, I'm not going to watch this movie again. Unless I know the parts where I could skip. So let's see. Mike says A. Joy says A. Stacy says A. Avery says A. Teresa says A. James says C. Nick Gates says A. Selena says B. Thea Amazing says A. Faith Hope and Disney says B. A. He looks like a good guy. And then you find out who he really is. Yes. Okay, so for the people that watch Frozen for the first time and they're like, oh, Hans is the bad guy. I'm like, how do you know that? I am like, I feel like the quintessential person to watch movies because I am sucked into the plot and I believe every person is a good person. And then when he does not kiss Anna, I'm like, oh, like Olaf, you know, I'm just like, oh, let's go Widward. That's what we did last week. Let's go Widward. But I so believed that he was going to be a good guy, and then he wasn't. And I mean, Hans is okay, you know, whatever. But I was so surprised. What a plot twist. Russ is B. I think I said that. B, he does have a duet, so that's what saved him from lower scores. That's a pretty good reason. Super Disney fan. A, he has a good twist. I agree. Oh, okay. Hans deserves an A. Yeah, no worries, Mike. I think I understood that. Noah says A. Angela says A. Jonathan Chung says A. Karen Cook says C. So most people are saying A. So I'll move him up to A. He'll be next to. Oh, I have to move him to B and then up to A. They're climbing the ladders. Okay. So the next one is Professor Callahan from Big Hero 6. This is a very interesting one as well because. Yes, he's a villain. Now that you mentioned SpongeBob, I'd love to see a stream all about that show. I know someone who's really, really into SpongeBob, loves SpongeBob, knows everything about SpongeBob. I know absolutely nothing about SpongeBob, except for, you know, the few episodes that I had seen, you know, when I was a kid. But I love the Krusty Krab pizza song. I used to have that on my MP3 player. The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza. You and me. I don't know why I thought that was the best song ever. But Professor Callahan is he's an interesting villain but isn't Elsa the villain? I love it, Kay. He's doing all of these things in the movie. Professor Callahan is with the mask. He's right there. He lives in a pineapple under the sea. He does. I know that. See, Miguel, Elsa is not a villain. Yeah, well, Miguel's not here right now, but he would definitely say Elsa is the villain, and she'd get an A as a villain. But he is doing all of the things in the movie because he thinks that he lost his. I don't know if I should ruin it because I know so many people haven't seen Big Hero 6, and it's a very, very underrated movie. I think everyone in the chat here should watch it. Oh my gosh, Karen, he is like the big man. He's the bad guy in Big Hero 6 and he does all the cool things with heroes on nanobots, and I personally think his story is very compelling. I would probably give him an A or a B. I know a lot of people haven't seen the movie, so it's hard. Let's see. Selena says B. Russ says A. Karki says C. Super Disney Fam says B. Awesome. Stacy says B. Faith Hope and Disney says A. Noah says B. Brianna says B. He plays a big role in the movie, so B. Yes, he does. I feel like he does. Ryan says C. James Ryan says C. Kate Atwood says C. Oh, Brian, hello. Welcome. We all know I'm the best Disney villain. I like the shirts at Disney that you see where it says, my favorite Disney villain is my wife. So I always think those are funny. Angela says B. Avery says B. Oh, that reminds me, I was working in a kids' clothing store when Frozen came out. This woman told her granddaughters that they couldn't get Elsa shirts because Elsa was very naughty. Andrew, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Andrew says B. Leanne, you need to see that movie. Big Hero 6 is so good. Baymax is one of my favorite characters of all time. I am not fast. Harry, baby. So I think I'm going to move him into B. A lot of people are saying B. So he's going to go up in B. I think he deserves B. I think this is where my knowledge of the villains drops off. Last movie I saw was Frozen. Oh, Mike, I'm so sorry. But I remember the Frozen Easter egg. Oh, I don't remember that. I'm going to have to rewatch Big Hero 6 because also Fall Out Boy has been one of my favorite bands for a very long time, and they did the Immortal song for that movie, and so it was just really exciting that Fall Out Boy was, doing the song, and it's a Marvel movie. If anyone didn't know that, just I love the connection between Hero and Baymax. It's just, I definitely have a very personal connection to that movie. So, Donna, hello, welcome, Donna Jaworski. Thanks so much for being here. Ba la la la. Yes. Ba la la la. It's awesome. So next we have Bellwether from Zootopia, and I felt like this was another really big plot twist. And for people that could just guess the ending of them, I'm like, what? Emily Ellis, Mama, hello. Thank you so much for being here. But for everyone that has seen Zootopia, did you know that this was a plot twist? Or, when I found out that Bellwether was the bad guy, the black sheep of the movie, I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the little lamb. I think that she is so sneaky. I think first of all, Zootopia is also very underrated. I love the song, Try Everything. I love all the characters. I love the premise of the movie of getting to be who you want to be, no matter who you are. And, if I want to be a bunny cop, I could be a bunny cop. So let me know what you guys think about Bellwether. Are you talking about Bellwether, Tina, for A? Oh, Surf Bum, hello. Thank you so much for being here. We are ranking some Disney villains right now. So right now we are on Bellwether from Zootopia. We have Bellwether, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more villains left, and then we will be done. So, Mike, we will get to that in just a few minutes. So let's see. A few people are saying A and B. Super Disney Fan says B, great twist. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know either. I had no idea. I was so shocked. Oh, Movie Mania Nick, thank you so much for being here. Have a great evening. Kay says C, Selena says B, Angela says A, James Ryan says C, Stacy says A. So it sounds like people are sort of in between A and C. So maybe we'll move her into B too. B for Bellwether. Elena, aloha. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Andrea says A, Emily says B. So maybe we'll move her into B. I just think that she was so sneaky. And then at the end with the carrot pen, just love it. I love it so much. Jonathan Chong says A. Cool. So we'll leave her there for right now. Oh, Karen Cook says A. Oh, you guys are saying A now. Should I move her up? Should I bump her up to A? Maybe I'll bump her up to A. She could be bumped up. She could be next to Hans. Okay. So next we have the Kakamora from Moana. And these things are so confusing to me. B for Ba. I don't even... Are they evil coconuts? Like, what are they? I've seen Moana a few times. I think of Maui more as a villain, honestly. But anyone want to care to share their thoughts about this evil coconut from Moana, the Kakamora? So I don't even know. Maybe C or D. Let's see. Andrew says C. Joyce says C. Lana says C for cute villain. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty cute. They're like little evil coconuts. And then Stacy says E. No, we'll just put coconuts in. I love it. Tim Pruitt says C. Donald, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Donald says B. Emily says D. Selena says C. Karen says D. Noah says C for coconuts. Russ says E. She seemed weird to me, but not really the bad guy. Oh, for Bellwether? Yeah, she definitely was very sneaky. I do think that she was really the bad guy, though. She was definitely the bad guy. Brianna says E. They aren't very prominent, but they aren't horrible characters. Yeah, they're not really in the movie very long. So E, oh, wait, hold on. Coconuts are not evil unless you are allergic. Okay, totally. I understand that. Jonathan Chong says C. Super Disney Fam says D. Courtney Rainwaters, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Courtney says C. Angela says D. Karki says C. Donna says C. So I think we'll move them into C. Kind of rhymes with the Kakamora anyway. And for coconuts, C for coconuts. Faith, Hope, and Disney said D. James Ryan says D. Also, make sure, guys, that you are live. So your live button should be red. And yeah, we want to make sure that everyone is live so that everyone's caught up and kind of voting around the same time. So next we have Tamatoa, and I know everyone loves Shiny. So I am honestly not a huge fan of Tamatoa, but I think the song's pretty cool. I think this is a villain that everyone loves to hate. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the villains in Moana. I think more of Maui as a villain. I think he definitely puts more of a bad spin in the movie. I think Steve would agree with me. He does not like The Rock. Avery, wow, Avery said an S. That's interesting. Joy says A. Andrea says E. I feel like it's going to be really hit or miss. It's going to be either really high or low. Like I said, people love to hate him. He's creepy, said Stacy. Noah says E. E, hate the character and the song, says Karen. I mean, I feel like you have to be a fan to like the song, but I think the song is okay. You know, it's catchy. It's catchy. Donna says E. Angela says E. Athena Amazing says C. C for crab, says Russ. Brianna says A. I love the song, and I think they did a good job with his character. He is definitely a memorable character, I will say. Courtney says A. He was a good villain for his purpose. He did good. Nice. Super Disney Fam says C for the good song. I feel like I get on board with that. Faith, Hope, and Disney says C. Jonathan Chong says C. Crab Cakes, says Noah. James Ryan says D. Karki says B, just because. I love it. Teresa says C. So it sounds like we're kind of in the middle, and I think we're going to meet everyone in the middle. Avery says his song is catchy. One of my favorite songs. I like the look of the characters, and they did a good job overall. Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. So we'll move him into C. Mike, yes, I will do that. And we're going to actually finish these first, and then I will do an overview of everyone that we're highlighting this week. And yeah, we are going to finish with Taka from Moana as well. So honestly, another not. I don't think this is really another villain either. I mean, I guess it's the way that you look at it, but I don't know. Maybe C or D for me, kind of in the middle. We'll see. What do you guys think about our next villain from Moana? And then we move on to our final two villains that are from Ralph Breaks the Internet. And we're going to do those in a bundle. Teka from Moana. That is our villain volcano lady here. And she throws flying, flaming rocks at Moana. Let's see. Andrea says F. Joy says D. Noah says D. Kay says D. Donald says C. Avery says D. Lana says D. Faith, Hope, and Disney says D. Jonathan Chung says E. Selena says D. Courtney says D. She was more misunderstood. I agree with that. Karki says D. Karen Cook also says that she's misunderstood C. Russ says A and put a volcano emoji. I love it. Angela says D. Jonathan Chung says D. Emily says D. Tina says she wasn't. She was not a villain. I kind of agree with that. Tim says D. Super Disney Fam says D. So Brianna says D because it's not very prominent and memorable. I think that it does have significance in the movie because it's like the ultimate challenge for them, but she's not a villain in my eyes. She's just upset that something precious was taken from her. So we'll move her in D. And then we're going to do our last two villains at the same time, which I would assume are combined together as Arthur or the virus from Ralph Breaks the Internet. I mean, she's a volcano, so she can't help herself. I love it. Yeah, Tim, pretty much. And while you guys are voting on our last two villains from Ralph Breaks the Internet, whether or not you guys liked it or did not, I think you guys heard my opinion. I did not like these guys. Elena says, I didn't think Tekka was a villain. I think anyone would be mad if something was stolen from them. Exactly. I think, as everyone was saying, she was very misunderstood. I don't consider her a villain, but on this list. Well, while you guys are voting, I personally would put them in F because I do not like them. I am going to talk about the magical moment for this week. And the gentleman is actually in the chat right now, and that is Tim Pruitt. Tim is such a good friend of the channel, and Tim has been going through some hard times. So, Tim, thank you for being here. I know that, you can't always make the streams. Life gets in the way, and that is totally okay. I'm just so glad that you are here tonight for this. That makes me very happy. And I hope that, things continue to look up and that you continue to do better. Always saying prayers for all of you guys in the chat. But just thank you, Tim, for your support and constantly giving me updates about hockey. I love it. So just thank you, Tim. Guys, please say thank you to Tim in the chat. And then also this week, we are highlighting Emily from LSU Mom. She is mopping up all of the stuff in the chat. So Emily is our Muppet Badge of Honor recipient. Muppet recipient badge of honor recipient. That's so bad. So Emily is the cleaning up person. So guys, I'm not good at Muppets. So Emily, thank you for all that you do. You are an incredible moderator for pretty much like everyone here in the YouTube community. And just thank you for all the time that you put into all of the streams and just being so generous and so kind, and just thank you for everything. So some amazing friends here in the chat. Thank you, Tim and Emily, for all that you do. And yeah, I see a lot of E's, D's, F's. So maybe I'll say E because I want them to go in F really badly, but I won't. And so we are going to do one more overview of our entire list here so you guys can see where all the Disney villains have been placed. And Emily is a Muppet. She is a Muppet Badge recipient. I think that's how I'm saying it. And yes, we are highlighting each person who won one of the Badge of Honors every week. And so there will be a new person every week that we will highlight. And then as always, on my own stream, I like to say thank you to one person every week just for their support. And then in December, we're going to do Pixar characters, and that's going to be on Peach Channel. So these are our top villains. I'm so excited to finally be done with this. This is so exciting. And we won't be doing this next week as well. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I think I will post it either on my Instagram or Twitter or something like that. And I will let everyone know that we have finally finished our ranking system. And then stay tuned. I'm kind of hoping to do some painting next week. We will see. I'm hoping also to get the ladies back to do a fashion talk for sometime for the fall. So stay tuned for that as well. And so many awesome people going live this week. Be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out Pete's stream from last night. And LSU is the S category for moppers. Yes. I feel like Emily would just go at the top of every list. She's so awesome. But Patrick goes live tomorrow with Corey Meets World at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So it's not 6:30, 8 o'clock. I'm so excited for that. So many of my friends are going live this week. They always do such an incredible job. As always, thank you to Dean over at the Live Place, our TV guide for all the streams. Just an incredible person. Never asks for anything. Always does this for free. Such an incredible person. And Dean, thank you for all that you do. Thank you guys so much for being here, for staying around for 3 weeks to do this. I absolutely loved it. I have a video coming out on Thursday, another video out on Saturday. And go head over to Pepper Tree Villa. Say, villains, hashtag villains rock. And I will see you guys over at Pepper Tree Villa. If someone wants to post the link again for their stream, they go live at 10 o'clock every Monday night Eastern time. And thank you guys again for being here. I will see